I've come to Sutton Park today to see if I can get some photos for painting. So, just have a look around. I quite like that clump of trees over there. I'm just going to try and walk round, see if I can find a decent angle. Some sort of good composition. I mean, there's paintings everywhere there, it's just a case of finding the right angle. It's quite a nice area around here. I'm just going to have a walk down there and just find the right composition. I'll follow this track up here. I think I'm going to make this the first painting there. We've got a nice path leading off into the distance, the tree on the left framing it, and then all this on the right hand side. So I think I'll paint this one first. Well, I took a frame grab from the video, and this is the photograph. So got this nice windy path leading off into the distance. Maybe stick a little figure there somewhere. We've got a nice natural frame here on the left, one of trees, and then a few more trees and bushes over there on the right. So let's have a quick look at the materials. This is my palette here. We've got ultramarine, lemon yellow, Payne's grey, alizarin crimson, raw sienna, burnt umber, light red. Underneath there we've got me 3 brushes, a 3/4 inch flat, a large one Ranson Hake, and a number 3 rigger. Water jar, the Cotman watercolours, squeeze and allow to dry. That's just the way I prefer to use it. 15 by 11 Fabriano cold pressed paper. It weighs 130 £, and up there drying I've got my tea towel. So one last quick look at the photograph and then let's have a go at it. I'm going to start off like I always do, just giving the paper a good soaking so that it stretches evenly and the clouds will go nice and soft up in the sky. I'm going to take a bit of raw sienna just as a sort of background colour really. A bit of ultramarine. Some of that in there. Clean the brush. Put a little bit of cloud in. Let's go alizarin crimson, Payne's grey. Not too much water because there's already water on the paper. Let's put a bit of. That's a bit strong, really, isn't it? Doesn't matter. That'll do for that, I think. Just catching it, just sort of trying to soften it off a little bit. Hair off the brush, right. And then, if you like, you can always also bit of tissue, pop a few little clouds in if you want to. And then that's all I'm going to do for the sky. Now while that's still damp, I'm going to take the sky colours again and put in those distant trees. So ultramarine, bit of raw sienna, and then maybe a touch of burnt umber as well. Let's put in those distant trees. Bigger ones over there. See, I should have dried this first actually. You can see where it's starting to look a bit of a mess up there. And what I might do is just turn that into clouds and pretend that I meant to do that. That's the advantage of having the hairdryer. It's not just so you can dry the paper quickly and get on with the next bit of the painting. So when you see the paint just starts to drift down the paper, you can stop it with the hairdryer. So now I know that's not going to move anymore now, so I'm alright to carry on. So let's pop a few more of these. trees in, and they sort of get slightly smaller as they go off to the left hand side and away. Just one or two in front. You can always just flick your little finger up. Some in front there, just to create a few branches and twigs. Don't go mad with this. Just give the impression that there's something growing there. Now, paper stretch, so I'm just going to pull that tight so it's flat again. That's the sort of background trees in. Next we've got the land. So I'm going to clean the brush, and it's a sort of raw sienna. Look at a bit of burnt umber in there, and then just see what that looks like. Let's give that a quick sweep. A bit of ultramarine. And then I'm giving a bit of lemon yellow. There is a bit of grass in there. A bit on this side as well. And now what I might do next is put that path in. So path, I'm going to go so I'm going to clean the brush, and then path. Use a mixture of the sky colours, I think. Let's go raw sienna, bit of ultramarine, these are in crimson. Okay, throw a bit of burnt umber in there as well. Bit of everything really. I'm going to sort of starts off over there. Sort of winds its way around, and then off like that. That's all I'm going to do for the path. And sort of where it stops, you can imagine it just sort of dipping down over a little hill or something. So now the path's in, I've got a guide now to work up to. So the next thing, working from the back, coming forward, these bushes on the right hand side. So these are a nice sort of green, deep greeny colour, so I'm going lemon yellow, Payne's grey, a bit of ultramarine in there as well, and maybe a bit of burnt raw sienna. And then sort of start these back there, they come round, fit with rich greeny now, and sort of there, something like that. It's right up there, just covering those distant trees. And then if I just quickly switch to the rigger, there is a few little twig thing there. Just pop one or two little things in there. A few little ones down there. Don't want to get too mad with that sort of thing. To brush a quick clean. A bit of lemon yellow, that can just come down into there, work its way. There's a bit of grass around this path, so I'm just going to put that in something like so. bit of grass just in the middle of that path. Just suggest that in there, like that. Obviously we've got this big tree now on the left, so I'm just going to dip the hairs in, the hairs into the water, just to bring them back then to this chisel edged. And then I'm going to bother cleaning the brush because I'm going in for a dark colour. But before I do that, I'll give this a quick dry. Right, now let's put this tree on the left. So I'm going to go burnt umber, ultramarine, quite a dark, chunky colour. It starts off, it's about here it starts off, so if we imagine trunk sort of starts off like that, you got, well, these are going right off the top of the page now. And then you've got sort of thinner ones that come out a bit after like that. And there's a whole load of them. You can use the rigger to do this if you want. I just prefer to use the hake, it's quicker. So I'm going off this way. I generally use the hake to put the main sort of skeleton in, and then a few more with the rigger just to put the finer branches in. So once I've got the main sort of tree shape in there, I'll just use the rigger just to do a few finer twigs. And then once they're in, and then just for those very sort of end bits on the twigs that really do sort of multiply into dozens and dozens of them. Just to do those, I just clean the brush, scuff it off there, so you got hairs everywhere. Don't worry, you're not going to damage the brush. And then just dip into the same two colours just been using, burnt umber, ultramarine. And then just pop those just bits right on the very end. The brush really does need to be dry on this, because if it's too wet you're just going to block it all in, you're not going to be able to see through the tree itself, any of the nice background you've just put in. So that's all it needs for that. Just a sort of suggestion of loads of things going on there. And then in the foreground of that there's just a few bits of, if it's too dry, I'm just going to clean it. Let's just go a bit of raw sienna, burnt umber, ultramarine, sort of bits of things here and there scattered. few things in the distance. I think I'll put a little fiddle figure in, so I'm just going to switch to the number 3 rigger. Darkish cut, it doesn't really matter what it is really. I'm just going to go for the just take a darkish colour off the palette, and then say somewhere right up in the distance. Let's put just a little someone there with a little dog. That'll do, it just gives it a focal point. I'm just going to give that a quick dab because I don't want to, I've just did it slightly too strong then, the tone of it was just slightly too much. I wanted it to be about the same as these bushes, no stronger. That'll do, I think I'll leave it at that. Just be careful I don't fiddle with it too much. As soon as you start fiddling, you can guarantee you'll make a mess of it. I'm just going to stick my name in the corner now. I'm going to call that one finished. Let's see what it looks like with the mount on. So this is what it looks like with the mount on. They always look better with mounts paintings. So let's compare it to the photograph. You see I haven't really changed them a lot. I've tried to keep it as close to the photograph as possible really. A little bit of blue in the sky and white cloud, which I've tried to replicate. A bit of ultramarine in the sky. A lot of it was white, and then I just used a bit of Payne's Ground Alizarin and just put a bit of cloud there behind the tree. Those distant trees there, using the same colours as the sky, just helps push them right back into the background. Tree on the left hand side, putting predominantly with the large hake, and then using the rigger just to help with the finer branches. And then all these little things on the end, the dead leaves and little twigs and stuff, just use the dry hake just to brush those in dryly. Got the path there from the foreground, leads to our little figure walking the dog over there. I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for watching. Join me next time as I continue my little walk around Sutton Park and see what I paint next. So keep practicing. Any questions please ask. I'll see you again soon.